Hello everyone, it is time. CoD4 Remastered has released, and fortunately I managed to play the game for quite a while last night on stream as I started playing a couple of hours early before release. So I was actually able to take a look at most of the game stuff. I did an hour where I just ran around the map and we looked at the maps to see what was different. So I have quite a lot of knowledge to get a video out as quick as this today. This video is pretty much just going to be a first thoughts video. I'm just quickly going to go over a lot of the changed stuff from the original. Some of it is good, most of it is unfortunately bad. Pretty much all the questions I had to answer about 1,000 times last night on stream. So starting off, quickly going to go over some options here before hopping into a game. I want to give you a full overview if you're wondering about buying it or not. So let's go into the options first. The graphical options. The graphical options aren't too bad. There is actually a lot of choice, a lot of added things that weren't in the game before. The biggest thing here is that we have a field of view slider, but the field of view only goes from 65 to 80, and as you'll see in game, it still looks quite bad. It's very close, and the problem is the same as Overwatch, where when you change the field of view, it simply increases the screen field of view and not the guns. So the gun still feels very close to the screen and very console-like. This is what FOV scale in Pro Mod used to change, but we unfortunately don't have this. Next, I don't know if it's really a menu thing, but FPS is capped at 91. There is no way to change this. There is no console. There is no configs. So you are stuck with 91 FPS. So that obviously sucks really bad. Something that I thought that would actually happen, as it is Infinity Ward that published the game, and someone said about it before. I was really hoping it wasn't going to happen, but yeah, we're stuck with 91. Can't do anything about that at this point. Maybe in the future there will be some kind of, I don't know, add-on or something will change it. Very unlikely, but yeah, we're stuck with 91. Okay, so moving on to the map setup, you can create a private game, and this is skipping like the leaderboard stuff. I only really find the private match stuff like the hosting as important. Quickly to note, the Dedi servers, there is no server browser. It's I can't comment entirely on this. I'm not entirely sure how it works. I don't know if it's peer-to-peer or they create their own Dedi servers and then you connect to those like automatically. But there is no server browser. You can't really choose which server to join. So going into game setup, you can maps as well. There is no strike in this game. For some reason, they thought that shipment was more important than strike. Not really sure why, but there is no strike. So we only have 4 maps now. For the modes, you can actually customize them. So going into like the settings, you can turn off all the kill streaks. You can turn off or limit the perks. You can do the health. So you can make the game playable without perks and kill streaks, and you can remove like the MGs and stuff from the backlot. So that part is at least okay. So here we are in game. This is Crash, obviously. It's just doing some kind of laggy thing it does when you minimize. Okay, I'm going to try and do this from memory. I'm not going to talk about individual maps. I'm going to do a video where I go through each individual map and talk about it like that, because each individual map has a lot of changes. It would be too long for this video, so I'll do a second video shortly after this one. This is just the general changes. So as you can see, as I was saying, the field of view is very close. This is, of course, the AK-74U and the Deagle. Sounds are all different. This is also on relatively high graphics. I usually won't play on this, but okay, yeah, so as I said, 90 FPS is capped. There are no, well, there are, I wouldn't say there are no silent drops. There is basically no such thing as a silent drop anymore, because the dropping actually does damage now. But in here, this used to be a very big silent part of Crash B bomb site, but they fixed that. Most of the silent drops are gone. There are some on some maps like Backlot, where I've gone around and I basically tested them all. So some of them do work, but you still take damage when you fall. So they're not useful like as before, where you could just drop from like top A onto pallet and not take damage or make sound. It now makes sound, and you will die because you will take damage. So kind of just think of it as any bugs that were there before are now removed. There are no bounces. You cannot bounce. Or actually, someone said that you can bounce on. I don't know. Someone did a bounce on PS4. I haven't watched it, but I'm like 99% sure that pretty much all of the bounces don't work. Of course, because you have 91 FPS, you can't strafe as well. You don't have 125 or 250. You don't have the sweet spots from the Quake engine bug. So strafing does exist. I'd like to say the movement is the movement is pretty similar to the original game. The movement is good, apart from the fact that we have 91 FPS. Next thing is good is the weapon switching is exactly the same. The weapon switching is good as well. So the movement side of things is nice. It feels kind of fluent, but with 90 FPS, it's not as fluent as it could be if I was playing on 250 or even 125 would be good. Okay, so next, I don't know, I can't really show you it in game. This is just an overview. When you play online, the round switch times and stuff like that, because basically this game is a very obvious console port. Literally, what they've done is just port the game from console and added like a really bad FOV slider. Well, not bad FOV slider, but just it's not big enough. So imagine it like that. So we have the exact same rule sets and stuff. I think these could probably be changed in the private game. That's something that I haven't actually checked. But online, you'll play like Search and Destroy is MR4. So, and the game switches side each half. So it's the games are super quick and it's super lame. Oh yeah, quickly to mention, if I can show you here somehow, the options here, the controls. For mouse sensitivity, you don't have like a numerical decimal point. You can't. There is no console, so you can't type it in which sensitivity you want or anything like that. You have to literally choose like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it just goes up in numbers, which is absolutely ridiculous. So that's really bad. Wall running. Wall running. I want to find me a good wall here somewhere. Wall running is not many of these walls are very long. Maybe. Wall running is super quick. It's actually more insane than it was in CoD4 previously in Premod. Like now, when you run, I'm not entirely sure if it's super quick or it's because we have bobbing. Because obviously we won't have Premod. I guess that's obviously something I should have mentioned at the start. There is no mod tools, so there will be no Pro mod unless they release mod tools. It's impossible. You can't make it. So the game is obviously it's just vanilla COD. So we have stuff like bobbing when you run. I think that kind of gives the illusion of running faster, but it feels like I run super quick. But the wall running, if you can see, it makes you go so fast. It's crazy quick. I don't know. I don't even know why, how they've still kept this in the game, but it's super fast and it's actually kind of good. But yeah, so wall running still exists. Next point is leaning. Lean is in the game still, but the difference here is that lean, before you would like with an SMG you'd walk around and you could make plays by like leaning around corners, but you see how slow you move now? If you lean and walk, you go super slow. Like you couldn't even peek a corner like this, you would just die straight away. I don't even know what the purpose of this would be anymore. Like why would you even lean anymore? You might as well just walk around the corner normally at full speed rather than walking around like turtle speed like this. I don't know why they've done that. I'll show you a sniper maybe. I need to die. Obviously we have cook nades as well because, you know, Pro Mod removes all this. The sniper is kinda, I don't particularly like the sniper. It zooms in super slow. But this is actually something that I think was still in vanilla COD. Like it used to scope quite slow. Pro Mod made it so it was faster. You obviously have to sway as well. But it just feels very, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it feels kind of, I don't really like it much. It doesn't feel anywhere near as like crisp and responsive as in Pro Mod, because obviously we changed a lot of stuff. So, but you know, you can still make some plays. Not really sure what else I need to talk about in this video. I think I pretty much covered most of the basics. I'm probably going to miss some stuff because I'm just doing this very quickly and off the top of my head. So, yeah, hopefully this video is somewhat beneficial for you to see what the game looks like. I will answer some questions in the comments. Or today I'm going to be streaming. After this video is up, I'll be streaming pretty much all day. So you can hop in my stream if you want and watch me play. And ask some questions there. I've probably been asked them about 50 times before, but I shall try and answer them for you. And the next video, which should be up shortly after this, I will go through the maps very quickly if I can, or I might do it individually depending on how long it takes, and just talk about what's changed, like silent drops and stuff like that, bounces, what doesn't work, and glitches. So thanks for watching, and hopefully this was somewhat informative to you. Goodbye.